Welcome back to Dyllin with Age of Wonders 4, where I continue the journey of Saiya Bonebreaker and the Deatheaters in episode 4. Does not look like a invading army, but there is a potential here that... Get out of his land, please. There's a potential that he might attack us when we least expect it. We could make peace with Silverwall by spending 216 gold. That might be worth it if we can get enough gold. While we're over here, we might as well also take out those Blessed Souls. So let's move our forces into position. Let's give the AI a chance. Let's see here. So after a long search, we come face to face with the Blessed Souls. Apparently, these things cause our people to feel fear, which is nonsense. They should not feel any fear. We could spend gold to not get the discouraged attackers, starting with minus 10 morale, but I'm not concerned about that. We should be able to auto-combat them. We might lose a unit. If that happens, I'll have to do it myself. Let's give the AI a chance, though. Hey, we didn't lose any units. Fantastic job, AI. Probably should have soulbound them, but that's okay. We're going to get plenty of souls from all the war that we're going to be fighting here pretty soon. So now that the Blessed Souls are gone from our lands, the Deatheaters Council contacts us again. So they're very happy with us. They want to have like a little celebration. So all of our cities get city stability. We don't care about that. All of our free cities get relations. We also don't care about that. We already have a vassal. So we could get a bunch of draft. We could get a bunch of production, which I really like, or we could get a decent amount of Imperium. I think in this case, let's get the production so that we can instantly finish the shipyard and underground laboratory. That's going to shoot our gold income up quite a bit, and a lot of that production is going to go into the next building that we build, which in this case, I think what I want to get next is, I can get the Oracle Woods now. Let's grab that, and then I don't think I want any other Imperium items, do I? Getting 200 mana and 200 knowledge upon conquest of a city. I'm not concerned about that. We don't need that quite yet. I don't need the outpost ability yet. And it's going to be a little while before I can get casting reserves 3 turns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attract population in City of Blood. And then I'm going to build a fishery. And now that the fishery is there, what I can do is I can build the shipyard in 1 turn. And that'll increase our gold even further. We need a bunch of gold so that we can hire plenty of units. We're also making plenty of mana so we can also get plenty of magic origin units. A rivalry was declared against us. There's almost certainly, Noctus as well as declared a rivalry. That's okay. We might be about to get attacked from the west. There's a decent possibility of that. Yeah, I don't like these armies right here. They might just be going underground, but who knows what they're doing. I think they're moving towards this army stack right here. This looks to be a quest army because of this icon right there. So maybe we don't have to worry about Noctus quite yet, although he has already cut me off on the east, so I cannot even get to the Banless Keep. Barrios approaches us with solemn determination. These are the fragments of Sky Piercer, which is a hero item crossbow. Oh, it can damage units in a 3-hex line for 50% effectiveness. That's interesting. He's showing us a bundle of carefully wrapped weapon shards. Long ago it inspired fear in the enemies of the Deatheaters. So he wants us to get focus crystals in order to reforge it. If we don't, it doesn't do anything. Is there a chance that we could find focus crystals anywhere in particular? I do not know. We'll go ahead and accept this. We might as well. And of course we have even more grievances against Noctus because he's a bitch. He just has to claim our land. It looks like the Silverwall wants to burn down our force before they do anything else. That's okay. We will punish them very shortly. Next turn, actually. We built that shipyard in City of Blood. I think what we want to get next is ideally a stone mason. But we could go with a granary instead. Yeah, let's go with the granary first. That'll increase the growth of the city. Let's cast that soul bind onto the Silverwall army. And let's start working another soul bind so we have it ready to go. Silverwall can't attack us this turn, so we'll be able to attack them on the next turn. And I really need to try to sweep down to Silverwall and take it out before I come back. As well as these monsters over here. Hello, hello, who are you? Empress Zedavaka World Shaper. We also have lowered relations, but not hugely lowered relations. I will actually give her a welcome gift. There's a chance that we might be able to form close relationships with her, but she's already been killed by something. She's at war with Asgara, so she might get taken out completely. So this is the raiding army that was sent by the Astral Rift. It's over here in the north. We're gonna have to take care of that after we take care of Silverwall, unfortunately. We really just don't have a choice in the matter. My other option is to raise up a defense army, which I might need to do. But I'd prefer to maintain this gold income if I can help it. Let's go ahead and wipe out the Silverwall stack. It should be a easy kill. Apparently not. Apparently the AI does not know how to handle it. So we're gonna handle this ourselves. So they have their hero here, Saga Haggler. She has some basic armor, a basic two-handed charge strike weapon with Whirlwind Strike. So she deals damage to all adjacent units. We don't want to have a bunch of units next to her. So she's got Animal Kinship, plus 10% damage and crit chance when next to a friendly unit. Sentinel, so she has First Strike. Bulwark, so she gets extra defense and resistance. She also has Assassinate, slight chance of instantly killing an injured unit. Okay, that's a free ability as well. So the hero is kind of dangerous. We need to take care of that unit pretty quickly. The AI is going to throw the hero into our forces. That's basically guaranteed. Behind them, they have some bastions already. Interesting. So these have very impressive damage reduction for physical damage. Still pretty impressive magic reduction as well. Steel Shapers to bolster them even more. And then an Arbalest to cancel our defenses. So first thing I'm going to do, of course, is summon an elemental. We got ourselves a Storm Spirit, a pretty good fighter unit. And then we need to concentrate our forces closer together. Alright, we brought everybody close together. They're probably going to charge towards us. Yes, sir. They are going to do that. Alright, let's get an overchannel going first. And then what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do some Baneful Curses on them to lower their defenses and their attacks. Right there. And then one more. So now they're weakened and they have sundered resistance and defense. I'd like to target that hero if I can. So first I need to find my Warlock. Alright, we can hit the hero. Good deal. Weakened him. And then let's start throwing some Fire Evocation and Flame Strikes downrange. Fire Evocation, please. Right there. Fantastic. We can't quite reach, so we're going to hold off on that pyro. We're going to push the skeletons up towards the front. Get them going. Put you in defense mode. I'm going to step you forward. Put you into defense mode. Get some hits from the Pursuer. Get some more, please. I could actually charge that hero right now and take it out. But then the Dark Warrior would almost certainly die in the process. Let's pull you back. Get the Pursuer stepping up. Bring the power up back to the front. Step you forward. Step you forward. Let's throw the Storm Spirit out front. Put him into defense mode. He is a shock unit, so he's meant to charge, but that's okay. We definitely want to take advantage of free health if we can. And then let's do a Fire Evocation. Let's Sunder. Let's Sunder and Curse that hero. Just a few hit points left. If I step a little bit closer, I might be able to get a hit. Oh yeah, took that hero out. So let's take a look at their movement. They can now attack that Pursuer, but I'm going to take that risk. The Pursuer can get hit at most like once. So let's step forward a little bit more. So, then everybody else can chill out. So they've already lost their hero. They lost a lot of their damage output. That unit is now distracted because it's in those poison powers. Let's charge this unit down and get rid of its retaliation. And then let's get some more Fire Evocation falling down on them. They're burning. Fantastic. Shoot them repeatedly, please. And then let's burn them some more. And then burn them some more. Do it. Charge him, please. Cancel that retaliation attack. And then murder him. Awesome. So our Pyromancer's in a slight bit of danger at the moment. Not a huge amount, but let's put Sure into some cover so that she's a little harder to hit. And let's get some anger thrown back. Let's push the skeleton up. I think that should make it... No, she's in cover, so let's attack the skeleton first. That might destroy the cover. It did not. Okay. We got him. But yeah, this battle is pretty much over at this point. It's just a matter of mopping up. We lost no units in that fight, and we took very, very little damage. We also got some level ups on Saiya and, what's his face? Barrios? We also got 250 knowledge. Fantastic. That is going to get reduced to 150 per hero in the Wyvern patch, but while we got access to it, we might as well take it. That allowed us to get Chain Lightning unlocked immediately. Let's go ahead and grab Soul Binders. That gives our mage units 90% chance of inflicting Soulbound on base attacks and gives plus 10% damage against the units that are Soulbound. That's going to ramp up our magic damage even further. Sire got herself another upgrade, so I think what we're going to get now is probably Arcane Strength for more damage and accuracy. And then Barrios got a level up as well. He also gets his first signature ability. Let's give him Sundering Curse first. And then for signature, still no Summon Undead. That sucks. Dark Ritual is an interesting choice. It allows us to summon zombies from the corpses in a 1 hex radius. Otherwise, we give 12 frost damage to enemies in a 1 hex radius. Alternatively, summoning an animal is always good, so let's just go with summoning an animal. They do need to balance the signature abilities a little bit. It is true. We got the remains of Saga Haggler, and then we could get a new Empire skill. I don't care for the Outpost ability, that's alright. So we're going to start moving towards Silverwall and taking them down as soon as we can. It does not look like Noctus is coming for our heads quite yet. And in fact, he doesn't have an actual decent justification to attack us. In fact, I'd like to settle this grievance so that he has less justification to attack us. So now, if he attacks us, it's unjustified. So we should be okay. Probably. We're going to start moving towards Silverwall, but we're going to stay in our territory for 1 turn so that we can get as much healing as we can. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't attack Silverwall yet. There's this friggin' Marauder Guard coming. Forgot. We have to pull back, unfortunately. The infestations just keep you stuck inside your territory in the beginning of the game. Yeah, they're going to try to burn our lands. That's aggravating. I wish that the vassals would help, but you know, they got that vassal bug at the moment, unfortunately. I think we're gonna have to raise up another set of units. We need a defensive army. But we also need buildings, so it's hard to make the choice. We got Soul Binders. I don't think we're gonna start casting that quite yet, although we might go ahead and do that. Amplified Arrows is what we want next to spread that lightning damage and those debuffs. Although Amplified Minds is really good too. Oh well. Let's go ahead and pick up Casting Reserves to get plus 20 combat casting and world map casting points. I'm gonna kill the scout. It's wasting gold. It's just not that useful. It's 6 gold per turn that I could use on something else. Let's start working on Soul Binders right now. That'll cost us 10 mana per turn. It's not a big deal. And that'll increase our damage against Soulbound units. We're going to cast Soul Bind Army onto that northern stack to get more souls. And of course, we're going to start working on another Soul Bind. We might need to just make peace with Silverwall. I'm not sure we have time to attack them. Like, these infestations keep us off balance too much, and we need to deal with Noctus while we still can. Because he's kind of getting out of control. He's the #1 rank right now, so he's our biggest problem. We're at the lowest rank, I believe. Yeah, we're at the lowest rank, he's at the highest rank. He's the boss at the end of the game that we're already fighting. If we can encourage him to come into our lands, and we can take this city while it doesn't have walls. Oh, they've got palisade walls already. That's too bad. Would have liked to have gotten that city earlier. This Marauder's not doing much. We need to move where the Marauder will attack us, which will be right there. Marauders are always very aggressive. We'll take advantage of that. We built that mint, so we're up to 168 gold per turn, which is great. We could always go higher, though. I'd love to get some more knowledge. Let's go with the interrogation dungeon for that knowledge. And then let's go ahead and rush the granary to get more food in City of Blood. And let's go ahead and build a stone mason next, I believe. We're going to boost that with a farm in not too long. I think we're going to save the gold and we're just going to make peace with Silverwall. And we're going to declare war on Noctus here in a second. If we declare a war on him, he will hopefully come after us. And if he doesn't come after us, we'll just come kill him. His actual stack is down here in the south, so we can wipe him out. And he took the Bannerless Keep already. Yeah, we need to fight him. If we could set up a Spelljammer on our land, that'd be pretty good. Let's auto combat. Probably won't lose a unit. Yep, we did well. I'll take that. 21 souls. We could definitely clear these battlefield remnants and more grievances against Noctus. Great. Amplified arrows, I love that. Let's go with Arcane Focus to upgrade our battle mage units even more. I don't want to quite go for Astral Blood, that's pretty expensive, but that's every unit that gets that, I believe. Let's cast Amplified Arrows. That'll be 15 mana and 10 gold per turn. Oof. But we need it. Alright. Let's go clear this stack real quick. And the units that are guarding it. Should be a super easy battle. We will not let them go. We're gonna kill them. Just a bunch of tier 1 units. Should be easy peasy. And indeed it was. Probably should have soulbound, but it's okay. That wasn't that many souls in the first place. We're gonna pull back away from this thing. That is kind of scary. The wisps aren't scary, but the fact that this thing prevents you from using spells, using devour spells, is kind of intense. They won't leave their territory, thankfully. At least I don't think they will. And everyone should be in range. Yep. I was insulted by Ascara. Okay. So Zedavaka is feeling neutral towards us. We might want to go with a Wizard's Bond. We might not. If we do a Wizard's Bond, she'll probably pull us into her war with Ascara, which I don't want to get pulled into at the moment. I don't want to deal with Noctis and Ascara, even though Ascara is occupied with Zedavaka. Let's go ahead and let's hold off on declaring war on Noctis until we can move our forces south. I want to catch him off guard and see if I can take XCOM pretty quickly here. The obliging Baron may learn Venom of Hollow offers his help during our war of Silverwall. So he wants to offer his finest warriors, so we could spend gold, gain a Dark Warrior and a Warlock. That's a decent choice, or we can reject their support. I think that's a worthy trade. I'll take that, sure. We can start working on a defensive stack in not too long using those troops. We're gonna need more mana income though. I would prefer to make peace with these guys, but I'm 6 gold away. Zedavaka is good, so there's a very unlikely chance that we're going to be able to form an alliance with her. I'd like to just go ahead and sell this unicorn if I can though. It's a terrible amount of gold, but that's enough to get Silverwall off our backs. We don't need to deal with them right now, we really don't. Like, the last thing I need is to be attacking Noctis and then to have some kind of raiding party come from the east. Their raiding parties initially are not very strong, but as the game progresses, they get increasingly more powerful. So let's move down south. We're going to see if we can't start the war against Noctis and then take out his city pretty quickly. Unfortunately, making peace makes it so that I can't start any buildings, but we just have to suffer through that. And I can annex another province in City of Blood, I believe. Let's go ahead and get the Forester right here. We can start working on a Ritual Pyre, that'll give us plus 10 mana and mana for every adjacent Forester. One of my provinces has been captured. So, great, wonderful. I've got people on my east now too, Ascara. Wonderful. Well, I did want a greater challenge. The first test run I did with Saiya was pretty easy. So I'm glad to have more of a challenge this time around. And killing people gives us experience. And if we get the right Empire skills, gold, and all that jazz, we have a lot of Imperium to spend. And in consideration of that, let's grab Battlefield Looting for gold per tier. Let's grab Stolen Power. I don't want to integrate Hollow right now. I don't want them getting directly attacked yet, although that might be a bad decision. Let's grab Advanced Sensing for +3 sensing range. That's going to be pretty useful in the upcoming war. Then everything else can wait. Next turn we start the war, and then we invade XCOM. Let's get ourselves a Ritual Mausoleum to get extra mana per turn. I think that's a pretty good idea. And then City of Blood can annex another province. We're going to get another farm, right? Yeah. Let's start moving towards the south, towards these pastures down here. And then next turn is the turn the war begins. This might be a mistake, it might not be, we'll find out. I bet they upgrade this outpost into a city in one turn, even though they shouldn't really be able to. Although they should have the nature empire skill that does take one turn off. Alrighty, here we go. Let's declare war. It's going to be a majorly justified war. They do not have any defensive packs, it's just going to be us versus them. We're going to get 20% extra Imperium and some extra relations with all of the rulers and our vassal cities. So, here we go. Apparently we have stronger forces according to what it says, but we will find out shortly. Let's start this siege against Exticalis. We'll add harass the defenders, as well as undermining the walls. Let's consolidate troops. We might want to burn their lands just for gold. It's considered evil, and we have 2 turns until Exticalis is done. Let's go ahead and let's do it. We might want to pick up the Empire skill that increases pillaging, which is a little bit deeper though. It's going to be 17 turns until we can get that. Let's go ahead and pick up Astral Inspiration. Whenever a new research skill is researched, the knowledge cost of another random skill is reduced by 25%. Sounds great to me. We got Frenzying Focus. I might want to start casting that immediately. Let's go ahead and let's do that. It'll cost a lot of our mana in gold, but we need every advantage we can get. All that means is that we need to start working on getting our mana income up. So now we can pick another tomb. What do we want to get? I'm kind of thinking that we want to go with something else in Chaos. So the thing about the Tomb of Revelry is that once we go undead, we're not going to be affected by morale. So Tomb of Revelry is kind of helpful in the beginning, but eventually if we got, say, Reveler's Heart, we're not going to get morale because we're not affected by morale because we're undead. So I don't think Tomb of Revelry is the way to go. So our alternative is the Tomb of Mayhem. This is a decent choice. It does allow us to inflict misfortune on our enemies, so they have an increased fumble chance of doing less damage. And we could get Gremlins, which are very funny units. Alternatively, we could go for something like the Tomb of Artificing, which allows us to get Artisan Armaments, which gives us plus 30% critical hit chance. Bolt Repeaters, which is a siege project. Siege Magic, which would give our magic units Siege Breaker, which is very impressive. And then Iron Golems, if we really wanted to use them. Tomb of Winds is always good for Zephyr Archers and some of these other abilities. But I'd really like to get more Chaos, so we can start rolling down those Empire traits, Empire skills down the Chaos pathway. Although there aren't that many of these Empire skills that I would like to get. We don't plan to raise cities, I'd rather vassalize them and get incomes that way. So going down Chaos may not be the best choice since I don't want many more of these skills. I'd like to get some Order affinity instead, or perhaps some Nature affinity. Getting Tome of the Beacon would allow us to get more Imperium from our vassals. We'd also be able to upgrade our tier 1 units to be cheaper and to do spirit damage for attacks on each unit tier of the army. We'd also be able to get Mighty Meek so we can get cheaper tier 1 units, and they'd also get spirit damage on attacks for each unit tier of the target. We'd also do Divine Beacons. There's also the Inquisition for attacking people. Burden of Guilt does 10 spirit damage and the army loses half of its move points on the world map. Mass Condemnation condemns them so they have less status resistance and more spirit damage done on them. Inquisitor's Zeal gives our skirmishers and ranged units extra spirit damage. Tribunal, I don't really care about it, but it does give +1 knowledge per population. And Inquisitors can stun units too. So they're pretty good at crowd control. I kind of think Tomb of the Beacon is the way to go. Let's go ahead and let's do this one.
Faith, fervor, righteous glory. Such things may spread like a holy flame, bringing the light of truth even to the eyes of your enemies. A true beacon of faith shines so brightly that it binds the very wounds of the faithful and instills doubt in the unfaithful, turning them on to the true path, your path.
We're gonna get Mighty Meek right now, and then start work on that. We finished the Stonemason and City of Blood, so let's start work on probably a... Actually, let's get a library. No. Shrine first. We need more mana income, absolutely. We've got one spell ready to launch. That is the Soulbind Army spell. We're probably not going to get attacked on this turn. Possibly the next turn is when we're going to get attacked. So I'm going to keep that Soulbind in reserve and then use it probably in 1 or 2 turns. We could rally some more troops to our side. I'd like to get some more Warlocks. Maybe even some Astral Keepers. Astral Blessing. Heals unit and gains static charge, so they do extra lightning damage. That's an interesting choice. We don't yet have the gold to do that, but that's alright. We were insulted by somebody. Zedavaka is not happy with us. Okay. Nobody likes us. That's fine. We are evil after all. I see that Zedavaka is actually helping deal with this astral rift up here. That's nice. There's a good chance that she's going to found a city up here too, though. We're getting absolutely surrounded, man. We've also met a new person, Sunshine of House Eniok. Let's see if she actually comes up in the diplomacy. We haven't met her directly. Let's go say hello. It's because she's allied to Zedavaka, so they already have an alliance. That sucks. That sucks a lot. We built that shrine. Let's go ahead and build a library right after it, I believe. Alternatively, a fishmonger. Now let's put a library. Looks like Noctus is not reinforcing his city right here yet. We're going to be able to take that pretty easily if he doesn't respond. Let's go ahead and cast 1 Soulbind onto this stack. There's a decent chance that we're going to get attacked in a second here. We're not doing super hot in terms of ranking, but if we can take over Noctis' cities and take them as vassals, we'll be doing a lot better for ourselves, especially if we can get some of the Order Empire skills. They took care of that Astral Rift, very nice of them. Aw, the Dragon Slayer is gone too. I wanted to take on the Dragon Slayer myself. That's okay. So, Exticalis is ready to be attacked. They do have 1 hero here. Let's go ahead and just spend another Soulbind. I was worried that we were going to get attacked, but it didn't happen. Let's take them on, and we should be able to crush them absolutely. If we lose any units or too much health, I will of course do it myself. We did pretty well. We got 40 souls, 75 gold, and 250 knowledge. Fantastic. Make this city my city, please. Got ourselves Mighty Meek. Let's start casting that immediately. Gonna get that done next turn. We're going to hang out in the city for just a couple turns. Let's take a look and make sure that we're not getting invaded by anybody. We are not. So we'll be good to move on to Pendant after that. I am extremely surprised that Noctis is not responding with a stronger series of forces. Let's build that Ritual Pyre on this Forester right here. Then we're going to build some more Foresters next to it and then combine them all. Noctis is responding, but he's responding and attacking our capital city, which kind of makes sense. That's alright. We'll let him come and start the siege. Then what I think we'll do is we'll sweep hard to the north, and then we'll catch his units before they can escape. The AI sees that we have a very small stack on our capital, so they're trying to take advantage of that. But we'll use that as a trap, basically. Once we take out this stack of armies, we should be free to push west and take out the rest of his cities. So, tales of our dealings with Shadow Affinity have traveled far. A company of stalwart paladins proclaim they will overthrow us. So some paladins have decided to come into our lands and they think they can beat us. Well, they're welcome to die. Absolutely. They're over here. We'll take them out whenever we deal with Pendant. But before then, we're not going to deal with them. What we're going to do instead is we're going to let them come deeper into our land. We're going to hang out here for just a little while. Actually, let's move a little further to the east. We might scare him if we're too aggressive, though. So let's move right here. And hopefully he'll think that City of Skulls is still pretty undefended. What do we want to go for next? I think we want to go for not bone golems. We just don't have much use for them right now. Probably amplification pylons. So we got that instantaneously. Fantastic. That's the power of killing enemy heroes. Immolate would be pretty good. Ignite is good to target a specific unit, but Immolate is a hex ability. All units sustain 10 fire damage in the hex. Modified by defenses, of course, and then an extra damage if they're burning, so let's go for that one. We built a library in City of Blood. Let's build a interrogation dungeon next for some more knowledge. We definitely like knowledge as a Shadow Empire. We might want to start building some more troops in City of Skulls as well. Actually, let's do the rally. Let's rally a Warlock. Let's rally Night Guard. Maybe an Astral Keeper too. I'd like to try making use of them. You know what? No. Let's get a Pursuer and a Dark Warrior instead. Those are tier 1 units. They're going to benefit from Mighty Meek as well as our other enchantments. We could get an Outrider, but I don't see a point in doing that. Let's pick up a... Let's give the Astral Keeper a try. Screw it. So 240 gold, 2 turns, we'll have extra troops. Mighty Meek is ready to go. Oof. Yeah, it's going to cost us some gold and mana, but it's going to be outweighed a little bit by the unit upkeep. Hopefully that won't be too much. Well, we're doing some extra spirit damage. That's good enough for me. Looks like he is adjusting his troops. He's not going for the capital. We can't quite hit him directly. I kind of think we should just push him right now instead of sitting back. We need to be aggressive. He is actually present here, right? No, he's not present in this army as far as I can tell. Yeah, let's get aggressive. Let's start pushing towards him. Picked up Immolate. Let's pick up Amplify Minds next. That's a great little spell. Converts mana into knowledge. Costs a little bit of city stability, but we do not care. We could definitely use some more growth. Let's pick up the Fishmonger. We could get another Whispering Stone if we wanted to, but I don't see the point in that really. Although, we could maybe assign that to our enemies. Let's try that out. I don't think that we'll be able to get Silverwall on our side, but we can still give it a shot. Oh, it works. Nice. Actually, we probably could have given them a Whispering Stone earlier, right? Because we made peace with them. Yeah, I should have been doing that. That's okay. We need to give one to XCOM as well, so let's take one out of City of Skulls. Give that to XCOM. They're not happy with us still because we're at war with their main faction, I believe. Suspicious, yeah. War, Noctus. Let's spend some Imperium to boost their allegiance. I think that's a fine trade. Free City declared war on us. Who is this? Aquilion. Whoever you are over here. Yeah. So they might send a raiding party, but I'm not too concerned. Noctus is actually going to push towards us. Interesting. Thinks he can take this fight. You really think he can win, huh? He does have a Spellbreaker right there. Spellbreakers are pretty good, as well as a Glade Runner. Alright, let's see here. So they got some Skeletons and the Arcanist, which is a basic Battle Mage. Some Spell Shields that have a Stunning Flash ability. And then a bunch of Bone Golems, as well as a Soother. This hero can do Fire Breath. Interesting. That's a 3-hex cone. They've got Astral Attunement. Their attacks have a base 90% chance of inflicting distracted. They are a bow unit. And they have Wind Barrier too, right? Yeah, because of the ring. Yeah, Fire Breath. Let's do it. There's nothing left to do but to do it. So let's get some spells going down range. Let's see if we can't soulbind all these people. Get as many souls as we can. We'll start the next soulbind, but we won't be able to finish it. We won't be able to finish it this turn. Let's start this battle. I'll give the AI a chance, but almost certainly I'm going to have to manually battle. The AI is just too aggressive. Yeah, we lost big time actually. Well, let's see what happens here. He does have some pretty powerful units, but we're just going to have to be very careful with how we fight this out. His ruler is not present though, so he won't be able to cast more than one spell per turn. And it doesn't look like he has the Empire skill to cast on the first turn because he didn't cast anything. So let's get our summons going first. We're gonna kind of need to watch out for this Bone Golem swarm that was gonna come from the north over here. We've kind of condensed our forces. We're forming our lines. I wish I had a Weaver at this point, so that I could get some more summons. So he did Soul Overflow. And he is coming in hard for us, man. Hard for us. We're gonna go with an Over Channel. Let's throw down some Baneful Curses. That's actually making them more powerful, actually. That's fine. We might get our asses kicked. We'll find out. I can throw down a fire evocation onto the frontline units. I'll do that right now. We can get a Sundering Curse too, we might as well. And then another fire evocation perhaps, or should I hold off? I think I'm gonna hold off. But I can throw down one from our hero to get more damage. I'm gonna use this unicorn as a bulwark. Then I think everybody else is going to go into a defensive mode. You're gonna step forward. You're gonna step right here. No, right here. Alright, I am definitely a little concerned. Let's see how this fight goes. Alright, so they both buffed their units. Oh shit. Fire breath, man. Yeah, they're bringing the pain, alright. They're gonna kill the gremlin. Yeah, the fire breath was a big hurt. That was a lot of pain, man. That fire breath was a lot of pain. He can't use it for a couple turns. He's got that damn wind, or that wind barrier ring too. Let's focus fire the hero. So we're going to use the abilities that absolutely do not miss. Then we're going to burn them. Let's get another Sundering Curse. We should be able to take that guy out here pretty shortly as well. Let's charge him. So we should be able to finish him off right now. Goodbye. That's a major problem dealt with. Let's charge the skeleton in the back. Kill it. Let's shoot for the skeleton. Awesome, awesome. Shoot some more, please and thank you. More damage, please. Even more damage, please. Alright, we killed multiple units there. You have a semi-decent chance of hitting, so I'm going to take it with the Warlock. Might as well. Good deal. We can have a fire evocation with flame. What is this called? Flame strike from the Pyromancer. I think I'm going to hold off for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to raise that gremlin as a zombie. That'll be something that'll be a good health pool for them to attack, hopefully. If I get aggressive on their pursuer, I'm going to get attacked by the bone golem, but I think it's just something I have to accept, so let's attack. Let's throw the Dark Warrior in with a charge. That does some good damage. I want to keep this spell shield back here. Spellbreaker very weakened because he does a lot of damage with that Star Purge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Baneful Curse him some more. He's a major issue. Let's absorb the Retaliation Strike of the Spell Shield. There we go. And then I'm going to send in the Skeleton to do some more damage. Fantastic. We could get a Freezing Burst potentially on that guy. What are the odds of that, I wonder? Let's throw you behind enemy lines. Let's freezing him. Did we miss? We missed because he was burning. Damn. Oh well. Anyway, they'll attack him. I'd rather the summon get attacked than my actual forces. Let's throw down some hurt right here. Get some burning. Very nice. Let's throw down some more pain, please, and thank you. Fantastic. So this guy should die on the next turn, pretty much no matter what, because he's on fire. I'd rather the skeletons engage these bone golems directly and not get charged for it, but if I'm lucky, they'll charge the unicorn. So let's actually step back, turn this way, eat one of these corpses, and then go into defensive mode. And I think that is it for me this turn. Let's see what they do in response. Ouch. Painful. Oh! Dark Warrior got wrecked. Those bone golems can do some hurt. Oh. Yeah. Yep. goes the Dark Warrior. There's that Purge that I was watching for, I think. So we've lost a couple units. It's a lot better than losing the entire army. Thank you so much for watching Dyllin With It. If you really enjoyed the video and would like to help the channel reach a wider audience that enjoys this kind of content, leaving a like would help enormously. I'd really appreciate any comments or criticism about the video in the comments below as well, so that I can make the videos more enjoyable. What I don't know is broken, I can't fix. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and Saiya and I will see you in episode 5.